Well, hello everybody. Welcome to returning home again and again. There are a lot of events happening in our nation and around the world right now, and I know myself and many of you are feeling very out of balance, disturbed, concerned, a variety of many different emotions. And this series is dedicated to helping us continue to connect with home. And by home, you know, the root eco-gerontology, our shared home, planet Earth, Mother Earth, and we are part of home. Humans, our communities, our neighbors, our friends, our families, yes, and the trees, the birds, the mountains, the watersheds, the entire living landscapes that surround our everyday life. And when you hear in Care Outdoors and with eco-gerontology of growing nature connectedness, that doesn't just mean our connection to the trees and the birds and the weather and the sky. Yes, and including each other of humans, because we are nature in this sense. Today's theme is care and interdependence. With Care Outdoors and an eco-gerontology lens, we're expanding person-centered care. You know, yes, we're grounded and rooted into our individuality, our values, our preferences, our strengths, our abilities, the emotional and social needs of the individual, and expanding that to what we call reciprocal shared care. So the focus is, you know, interdependence, giving and receiving, receiving and giving, contribution, age integration, purpose, healthy ecosystems, these natural systems that sustain all life on our shared home. Think of regeneration, collaboration, and the attention expands to include the biodiversity of our landscapes, needs of our community, our human community, yes, and the natural environment as they are intertwined and interconnected, and of course nature connectedness. These are extraordinary times that we are living in. You know, thinking about care, it helps to think of, you know, self-care, and we're caring here. It all starts here, right? Within here, the individual. That when I'm caring for Monica, that also includes, and it's synchronistic with caring with and for the trees, for the birds, for the soil that grows our food. You know, so it really starts here. And, you know, we might think of, oh, my self-care, my care for me becomes second or third or fourth. But we start here. When we start here, we begin to realize that caring for Monica, you caring for you, you know, the self-care is also a way of caring for our world and our communities. You know, literally being the change we want to see in our world, slowing down, you know, tuning into our needs. You know, what are my needs, my emotional needs today, my social needs today? How can I help contribute, you know, to our shared home, keeping me healthy and centered and grounded as well? And, you know, so care and interdependence. And I wanted to share with you this morning, you know, we all have different tools and things, and maybe this will inspire you as well. I was gifted with this oracle deck, which is renderings by David Legdinsky, art by Silas Tobel, and oracle by Angie Sullins. It's called The Wisdom of Hafiz. And I just really love these cards so much, and today I was working to nurture my needs and how to continue with the work that I'm bringing out to the world, purpose and meaning, and feeling a little disrupted with everything going on, and knowing that that is not separate from my life. It's wholly interconnected. And I drew this card, and it may inspire you today, whatever moment that you were watching this. And it's called Create. It can be a wonderful joy creating. A synergy is there. The sweet centering grit of purpose can move through your veins and make you glad to be alive. Now is the time to seek the nourishment of creation. The ecstasies and agonies of life are listless things until they flow through you, alchemically changing from experience to art during the act of creating. You are an artist, and life is your canvas. So whether you choose to create a sculpture, a poem, a dance, a new thought, a fresh belief, or a unique perspective, you have the power to change the world inside and around you through your unique creations. Let's begin the way we like to do in Care Outdoors, with a shared breath. You'll be following your in-breath all the way through and your out-breath all the way out with this simple yet profound poem by Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment. Wonderful moment. I wanted to share something really excited that happened over the weekend as I've been practicing becoming more of what we call an ecological gardener, letting nature kind of take over and lead the way. And last year, we planted like second generation kale and leafy greens in this garden bed here behind me. And the other morning, I'll show a short clip of what I discovered. Walking around the winter garden. Oh, what a day. Oh, look. What do we have? Planting itself here. Look at all this food. Kale. Go on a path. Whoa, more food. Kale. Look at all this, all grown all outside of the garden. Look at that. The winter garden. The garden of goodness keeps growing, and all these seedlings planted themselves. Oh, there's a sunflower. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at all that food. Wow. And what I really want to emphasize that got me more excited than ever of anything about discovering this whole garden bed that these kale plants and sunflower and leafy greens kind of found their way and planted, is that now I get to share them. I get to share these seedlings. So yesterday I plucked up some of the seedlings, and now I get to go to our community share called The Big Share. I linked to their website in the comments so you can check it out. And this is an example of what we call regenerative economic system known as the gift economy. And it's such an amazing opportunity for our rural community to connect, to share food, to share seedlings as I get to do today, which I'm so excited about. And to connect, all ages attend and come, and it's really a way for us to connect socially, but also to help share these necessities of life, and knowing that we have the big share and that these amazing community members started, it does give me this sense of comfort and safety in these times of rapid change. And I'm really excited about that. And this also highlights our continued interdependence. You know, in the aging world, you often hear terms of aging in place or independent living, solo aging, longevity. And I want you to think for a moment about, kind of join me in reflecting on, well, what does that look like if we shift from independence to interdependence? From aging in place to aging with place. From solo aging to interdependent, interconnected aging. And knowing that none of us are ever really fully alone, and that from the moment we're born, we're wholly interconnected, always, on each other, with the trees, with the birds, with the sun, and really start thinking about what this means in your own life, in your own way of living in your world, when maybe you're going to work or going to the local store or to the school, as you're driving around, leaving your home. It's advantageous to start thinking about place and home in a way that maybe you're not already, to really nurture this interconnectedness that we all share. And how important, for us to, as Robin Wall Kimmerer says, all flourishing is mutual. How can we show up? How can we begin to integrate this interdependence, this interconnectedness, this sense of reciprocity, starting here and expanding out to our neighbors, our immediate neighbors living right next door to us, to our towns, in our communities, in our cities, our watersheds, what's known as bioregionalism, the culture of our place, the flora and fauna of our place. It's January here in my region, in Big Sur, California. Your region might be under snow right now. In what ways can you share with your community, food, yes, seedlings, yes, when the season is appropriate. Even simple things of just a hello or introductions of introducing yourself, and can really start building this sense of community and interconnectedness right where we are, right in our homes and the places that we call home now. So thank you for being here. I will be posting a weekly video, returning home again and again. I know that a lot of people have shared with me they're feeling out of balance and scared. Things are changing so rapidly, and we'll keep coming back to these themes of how important it is to connect with each other. Yes, and our more than human world that we share home with. We have, as you know, if you know the ecogerontologists, we have a lot of research and experiences that, connecting to the bird song, connecting with the sunrises and the sunsets, and nurturing the soil, not only benefits our health, our physical, mental, social health, but also our environmental health, and that deeper sense of knowing that we are fully interconnected, that we can find stability and strength rooted in groundedness in our everyday lives when we begin to reach out and expand and connect in this way. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment. Wonderful moment.